Hi, I'm Paweł Spechalski. As you can see, I have my fancy shirt on because today we will be talking about the kind of big topics, and we will be talking about the news of the yesterday that actually probably is the news of the whole second half of the 2020, because yesterday it was announced that the company called the Red Cat Holding purchased, or actually will purchase out the 1st of November 2020, the company called the Fat Shark. Fat Shark, yes, exactly, the same Fat Shark that manufactures the FPV goggles you are wearing, probably you are wearing, because let's be honest, the Fat Sharks are the biggest manufacturers of the FPV goggles on the market, and they have at least 50% of the share, probably much more. And if you think about the FPV goggles, you think about the Fat Shark goggles. So, what's gonna happen? On the 1st of the November, latest on the 1st of November, the Red Cat Holding will be the owner of the Fat Shark. If you don't know who the Red Cat is, then let's go back in time slightly and begin with the January of 2020, when the Rotor Riot, yes, the same Rotor Riot that was famous years ago for doing crazy FPV stuff in, for example, Chernobyl, and lately is mostly about slightly less important stuff, and the shop, internet shop, was also purchased by the Red Cat Holding, and the Red Cat Holding is the entity that controls the Rotor Riot company. But if we go back slightly more in time into something like the second half of the 2018, the Red Cat name appears again, besides the fact that they are doing or selling or whatever we're gonna call this, some RC car kits, never mind, wanted also to buy your Blackbox logs, and they wanted to pay you with their own cryptocurrency, and they had a huge plan of how to improve the insurance market with blockchain, and a lot of buzzwords that actually resulted in almost exactly nothing in the end. So I even back then at the 2018 made a video or two about the whole situation, about the Red Cat buying your logs and the tool they kinda created by assembling some other tools into one web user interface, and back then I was, let's be honest, kind of skeptical about the whole idea. Now the Fat Shark will be owned by the Red Cat, and here we go into the question: is it good for the FPV community, FPV as us, as the pilots, not the FPV as the companies that are selling us their crap, or not so much? Well, and here we. Let's be honest, Fat Shark was not the best in the marketing and public relations, and also their research and development was definitely lagging behind, because even though the HDOs 2 were kind of great goggles and are still great goggles, if we go back in time, you will see that there is actually very little development going into this topic. So the new companies like Orca or even Skyzone had really no problem in catching to the Fat Shark, and to be honest, kind of giving you almost the same for less, or giving you more for slightly more. But that's only one side of the medal, and we just have to agree that the Fat Shark was not really developing too much in the area of the FPV goggles. Also, the Fat Shark, although was controlling the majority of the FPV market, kinda overslept the digital revolution, because when the last year DJI showed their DJI FPV system, and the Fat Shark had absolutely nothing to respond with. Yeah, they kinda showed this Byte Frost thingy that was such a huge fiasco, and they said that they will bring something new to the market, and they kind of showed something like the next generation of the Byte Frost, that it kind of fits your goggle, but nobody saw that anywhere in the market. So let's just say this is not really market ready, and probably when this thing will be compared to the DJI FPV system, it kinda lags behind. And now we have the news that the Red Cat bought the Fat Shark, will buy. The agreement has been made and the purchase will happen at the latest of the November 2020. There are voices internet that say that this is a good thing because now the Red Cat will pump money into the Fat Shark and the Fat Shark will grow and they will oversee the marketing, they oversee the research and development, and the Fat Shark will be great again. And there is a thread on the RC groups about the Byte Frost system, and there are comments like that over there. However, personally, I do think that definitely Fat Shark should do something about their public relations and the marketing capabilities and strategy. However, please do remember that personally, I'm not very optimistic about the whole company of the Red Cat. They are kinda using too many of the buzzwords, blockchain and the cryptocurrencies and the consolidations. That really kinda sounds like a mumbo jumbo. Also, if you open the stock exchange data for the United States, because the Red Cat is the United States based company, well, actually Puerto Rico, but that kind of United States, almost, not really, but almost United States. And you will take a look at the prices of the stocks of the Red Cat holding. You will notice that they are, well, pretty cheap. Because although in 2018 even if you go further back in time to like 2017 or 2016, each stock was really like kinda pricey with the value of above $100 or so. Then there was a rapid decline in the 2018. They went pretty high again, and now yesterday before the news, the stock value of single share of the Red Cat was 80 cents, and at the end of the day it went up into $1.20. And now this asks a question: does Red Cat really paid a lot to the Fat Shark, or the owners for the Fat Shark, to kinda pay the market value of the company? And how much was the market value company? And how much of the money the Red Cat is really interested to invest into the Fat Shark research and development? And to be honest, I have to say that I'm kind of pessimistic on that thing, because my wild guess is that Fat Shark had really a lot of debt, because let's be honest, the development of the Byte Frost, which is not really 100% Fat Shark thingy, was not cheap, and the market was getting more and more complex lately. The FPV market is not really growing, so the sales are going down and the people are expecting new features, new stuff. So my expectation is that really, although there is information that the Fat Shark generates like 7 million yearly of the revenue, I do think that the purchase price was pretty low, because a lot of debt had to be paid or taken as baggage with the company. And also the financial situation of the Red Cat holding is not, how to say it, I just don't think they have a lot of money, a lot of assets to really be able to finance the development on the Fat Shark side. What I'm really afraid of is that the Red Cat, both a company with huge problems, but with very reputable on the market and a good name called Fat Shark, so that to at least temporarily boost the stock price on their side and sell their assets. I don't want... This is my really extremely far-fetched guess, and I would really prefer that this is not the case over here. However, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because Fat Shark going into bigger financial problems that it is right now means kinda... It's not really a good thing, because having a competition to competition on the market for us consumers is actually extremely good thing, because we definitely do not want the DJI to own all the market or any other company own the market. And with the growing importance of the digital FPV, having the competition for the DJI in the strongest, second strongest player probably right now, as the Fat Shark, was really a good idea. With something happening to the Fat Shark, maybe we will suffer at the end, because please do remember that the FPV market is really not the biggest market in the world. Really, the number of people interested in the buying FPV and getting FPV, including the coronavirus situation, and that people has less and less money, it's not something that makes an idea for the great international company making shitloads of dollars every year. So let's think about this, and let's hope that I'm kind of wrong, and the whole situation will be a good thing for both for the Fat Shark and for us, and we will be getting the digital competition for the DJI FPV system delivered by the Fat Shark, the Byte Frost, however we're gonna call this. And at the end, it was a good thing that happened. However, like I said, I'm kind of pessimistic. Really, I'm kind of pessimistic. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong pretty often, so I would not be surprised if I'm wrong. On the other hand, I'm also kind of often right on those things, so the chances are 50-50. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and until the next one. Bye bye.